Welcome back to Your Real Estate Voice with Barb Schlinker, the host of the program. And this is the weekly radio show that informs and educates you on how to buy or sell real estate. It does it with Barb Schlinker, the owner of Your Home Sold Guaranteed Realty. Now, Barb, as the buyers are finding ways to afford homes in this higher interest rate environment, they are getting pickier than ever. Getting a house ready to sell is the question often asked from people thinking of selling their home. So, how much difference does home sale preparation make when it comes to getting the most money on that home?
Well, Richard, it starts with pricing. I would say that's kind of 70% of the equation initially. And sometimes you can over upgrade and, not get the money out of it. I just met with a seller yesterday. She was leaning towards redoing all the cabinets because there was a little bit of, damage here and there in the cabinets. It's not necessarily in that price range. It wasn't necessary. So you really need an expert that knows, okay, should we do this if it was $1 million home? Maybe, but probably not for a starter home. So it's the number one question that we get from our home sellers. What do we need to do to get this home ready for sale? And what do we not? Sometimes a very small investment in the home can actually return a big amount of money for your investment. Typically, buyers want the best deal for their money. And as it stands right now, if the buyers don't see it as a bargain, it doesn't matter what kind of condition it's in, they're not even going to go look at it. They just won't go. The number one answer we get to this when we ask sellers, what's most important to them? I would say a majority of them say it's getting the most money, which it makes sense. But there's a lot of people that don't want to deal with fixing up a home, or they don't have the resources to spend the money to put in fresh carpet and this and that. So we have lots of solutions for people, including our high net worth cash buyers that will come in and purchase it from them as is, even do the flip for them, and that way they just move on. So we have lots of solutions. The problem is when you decide on pricing, I would say a majority of the agents now are looking backwards towards similar sales and going, oh, well, look, that one sold for this much, so my home must be worth the same as that one. If that were true, then how come homes are taking longer to sell, and how come many of them are going into 5 months, 6 months on the market without selling? It's because we have a 30% increase in the number of available homes and a 14% decrease in sales. So when you couple those two together, it means that we have 45% less opportunity to get every home sold. It's not working. You can't look at historic sales. It's a good benchmark to satisfy the appraiser, but it may not be the benchmark to get the home sold in this market today. And that's how you really need to know what the market is doing, what the competition is doing, what are the trends right now. We're seeing the days on market substantially rise right now because there's more available homes, because the rates have gone up. So that wipes out a large percentage of the buyer population. They just can't afford it. So they're holding off, hoping that the rates are going to come down. And I don't see anything in the news about the rates going down anytime soon. 7.5% is not a bad rate. When I first started in the business, I think it was over 9.5%. I remember my broker doing the happy dance when the rates went down to 7. So it's not a bad rate, but if the problem is the prices came up and they haven't corrected down enough yet. They did about 20,000 from last year, but it's not enough to move the bar to make it more affordable for buyers. And there are some people out there offering, financial incentives to help them into homes, which is kind of a cool thing. But at the end of the day, they're not going to come look at it if it's priced too high. So part of what we do, it's one of our skills, is to help sellers know what to do and what not to do to get their house ready for sale, what to fix and what not to fix. I had a home that we handled recently that was basically a 60s time warp. It was built in the 60s and it looked like it. It had probably the first ever double oven ever made. It was kind of cool. It's very retro looking, but it also had orange shag carpet and some other things that were a problem. So the seller went ahead and remodeled the kitchen, which turned out fabulous, updated the carpet and paint, but left the pink tile in the bathrooms. There was some kind of aged things that were in the home. And it did take a little bit of time to move it, but he did price it right. As soon as we got it priced right, boom, we got multiple offers and it sold. We had another one up in on Wood Lake, up off of Hodgen Road on 5 acres. And their strategy was, we just want to get it sold. We're going to go as is. We're not going to fix anything. And they decided to price it right. And boom, it sold right away. They're happy as clam. They didn't have to do any work. I had another one. There was a really nice custom home in Glen Eagle. And initially, the carpet looked okay with the furniture in the house, but when they moved out, you could see all the stains. And it just stood out at you when you're looking at the home. So we're getting showing after showing, no offers. It also had border in the master and a border somewhere else. And, that was an older style. It very much dates a home. So they came back, freshened the carpet, freshened the bathroom vanities, got rid of the border, and we put in some staging furniture, and boom, right after that, we sold it almost asking price. So sometimes it's just little tweaks that can make the difference between it selling and not selling. Flooring is always very important. Buyers just, you can't get them to move the needle if they don't like the flooring. New appliances, maybe. Whether or not you update the countertops with granite, it really depends on the price range. You can over upgrade a home if comparable homes are not in a high price point. So you don't want to do that. Sometimes really quality Formica in the lower price points is enough to make it look good and look fresh. Luxury vinyl flooring is real popular right now, but carpet's less expensive. So it's just going to depend on the price range and what is the standard for that price range of home. And we can help you do that. The other thing is you want to make sure that you look at the competition and focus on these key rooms. Number one, curb appeal. Now, I know the yards are just coming out of dormancy. This is a great time to freshen up your yards because curb appeal, the buyers spend most of the time looking at the outside first before they're motivated to walk in the door, followed by the backyard, followed by the living room, the kitchen, the master bathroom, then the master bedroom. Those are the rooms to focus on. And when you present a home online, you have less than a minute to make an impression with a buyer. So you want to make sure that your home looks, oh, wow, within the first 5 to 8 pictures. So you need to hire an agent that really has recent market experience to help you price it right, plan out what needs to be done, and market it appropriately. Typically, updated homes are going to sell for top dollar. Aggressively priced homes will sell for top dollar. Homes priced very realistically versus optimistically will sell for top dollar. And the photos and the marketing have to be perfect. My name is Barb Schlinker. I'm the broker owner of Your Home Sold Guaranteed Realty. Barb has the buyer's team and the host of this show, Your Real Estate Voice. And we're talking about a checklist for getting your home ready for sale. And next up, we're going to talk about the top 8 things that you should put on your sale preparation checklist. So if you are thinking of making a move and you want us to match one of our 28,881 buyers to your home, or our high net worth cash buyers, give us a call at 719-301-3900 or go to barbhasthebuyers.com. Richard?
We're talking with Barb Schlinker of Your Home Sold Guaranteed Realty. This is Your Real Estate Voice. Barb's the host of the program, and you can reach her at 719-301-3900 or visit barbhasthebuyers.com. Now, Barb, you've prepared a checklist to help people prepare their homes for sale. Is it just as simple as how the home looks?
Well, it's not that simple. I wish it was that simple because even the pretty remodeled homes are not necessarily selling. And, Richard, not everybody wants to go through the whole traditional dance of having buyers look at their home. We actually have this cash offer program where you can have absolute certainty that your home is sold. We can get you a guaranteed cash offer on your home, or get you an offer at a price agreeable to you, and you don't have to deal with showings or repairs, and you can move on your schedule. So if you're interested in that, go to barbhasthebuyers.com or give us a call. But really, it's the whole package. It's preparation, it's pricing, it's picking the right agent to make sure it's promoted appropriately. But here are the top 8 things that you really need to consider. Number 1, pricing. You have to get that right. Number 2, making sure you're picking the right agent that knows how to market. Buyers won't go look at a home if they're priced too high. I don't care how pretty it is. No, they won't make an offer. I get that question all the time. So you got to make sure it's prepared properly. You got to make sure it's actually marketed, maximum exposure to all the major websites so that it gets found out there. And you want to make sure that you hire an agent that knows how to manage the whole sales process, including things like offering the certified pre-owned home program so you know for sure you're going to pass your inspection. So if you are thinking of making a move, give us a call, 719-301-3900. Make sure you pick an agent that's actively selling in your market. Otherwise, it could be a disaster. 719-301-3900 or barbhasthebuyers.com. Richard?
You're listening to Barb Schlinker of Your Home Sold Guaranteed Realty. Barb, you've got some hot new listings. Tell us about them.
I do. Well, I have a beautiful 2.5-acre lot up on Boulder Lane in Woodmore Mountain, priced at $129,900. Great building site with fabulous views. An adorable townhome with 2 masters on 1601 Riley Grove in the mid threes. A fantastic home out on Powers Road, priced in the mid threes on 35 acres with a garage. Also a great townhome in Briargate, priced at $320,000. Everything's been updated in this great place. Featured open today, 5345 Water Dipper Road, priced at $424,999. Everything's been redone in this gorgeous home. And then we have a fabulous property out on McClellan Road on 40 acres, priced at $459,999 with a 4-car garage, fantastic well, beautiful spot. We have another one on Soapweed in Calhan, priced at $449,999, 40 acres and a beautiful barn, and then a beautiful townhome on Wind River Point. If you want easy care living, this place is for you. It's gorgeous, hardwood floors, huge kitchen, great entertaining space. We also have a fabulous home, 6820 Snowbird Drive. This is very close and it backs up to the walking trail that goes to the Santa Fe Trail, priced in the mid fives, and that one's been completely remodeled. Fabulous home on Stanton Street by UCCS, priced just under $400,000. A beautiful home on Allegiance Drive, close to the Air Force Academy, priced in the low sixes. And then we have 2 great homes out in Peyton. If you want 5 acres and the ability to have horses, there's a great one on 12715 Gull Lane, priced at $719,000. And another one on Acowie Drive out in Peyton, priced at $724,000. And a beautiful Broadmoor home, 4315 Star Ranch Road in the upper eights. Coming soon, we have a fantastic home in the trees in Elbert on 5 acres with an RV garage. So if you're thinking of making a move, check out my website, barbhasthebuyers.com, for all of our sneak peek homes, or give us a call at 719-301-3900. Richard?
You've been listening to Your Real Estate Voice. It airs every Saturday, 11 o'clock, right after Cudlow. If you're thinking of making a move, call Barb at 719-301-3900 or visit barbhasthebuyers.com. You can see replays of the show on Barb's YouTube channel, Barb Has the Buyers, or you can listen to the podcast on all of the podcast platforms, Apple Podcast, iHeartRadio, many, many others. Thank you for listening, and to reach out to Barb, call 719-301-3900. Have a great week. Barb, you have a great weekend and a great week as well.
Thank you. Enjoy your weekend.